Before spending a single dollar on Google Ad, there are 5 things you need to fix inside your business first. Because when Google Ad does not generate profitable customer, most business owners immediately assume the campaign is the problem. They blame the keywords, the targeting, the budget, or the agency managing the account. And sometimes they are right. But in many cases, the campaign is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The real problem is happening somewhere else. There are 5 weaknesses we rapidly see that can make a profitable Google ad campaign look like it is failing. So, in this video, I'm going to break down all 5 examples, how to identify whether they are affecting your business, and show you what need to be done in place before you invest more money into Google Ads. Because increasing your budget will not solve these problems, it will simply make them more expensive. Let's start with one of the biggest and most expensive problem we see. Imagine someone searching for an emergency plumber near them. They click on your advertisement, visit your website and call your business. Nobody answered. They waited for a few seconds, hang up and call the next company. You still paid for the click. Google did its job. The campaign produced potential customer with an immediate need. But the business lost the opportunity after the lead arrived. That happened far more often than most local business realize. They may be paying 20, 30 or more for every click. But calls are going unanswered because the team is busy completing a job. The phone is only monitored during certain hours. Nobody knows whose responsibility is it to respond the calls. Or inquiries are returned several hours later. For many local services, particular urgent one, the first company to answer has the advantage. The customer is not always carefully comparing 10 businesses. They want somebody that can solve their problem. If you answer quickly, communicate clearly, and make the next step simple, you may win the job before your competitor has returned the call. Before increasing your advertisement budget, look at how many calls are being answered, how many calls are being missed, how quickly missed calls are returned, whether calls are being answered professionally, and the person who's answering knows how to turn an inquiry into a booked appointment. That's a skill which you can learn. You should also have a clear follow-up procedure from the client submitting a form. Submitting a form does not mean the customer will patiently wait for you. They may have contacted several other businesses. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to reach them before someone else does. A simple procedure might look like calling the lead within 10 minutes. Send them a text if they don't answer, calling them again, following up by email, and making several contact attempts rather than giving up on your first one. If you're paying to generate a lead, every lead needs to enter a reliable follow-up system. But keep in mind, answering quickly will not help if the customer does not see a compelling reason to choose you. That brings us to the most important foundation of this list. Most local businesses do not really have an offer. They have a service. They say things like, we provide high quality plumbing. We offer professional roofing service. We are the trusted local gym. Or we have excellent customer service. The problem is that every competitor say almost exactly same things. From customer point of view, the business look interchangeable. When every option look the same, people compare based on price or whomever answer first. Google Ad can put you in front of the customer, but it cannot automatically make your business the most attractive option. You need to give the customer a clear reason to choose you. That does not necessarily mean offering huge discount. A strong offer can be based on speed, conversation, consistency, reduced risk, a specific outcome, a guarantee, a clear procedure, or an additional benefit the competitor do not provide. Or you need to understand your customers. You need to see where they are, where they want to be, and be the solution, be the taxi. So you need to know their language and put that on your website So when the customer lands on your website, they see it and they realize, oh, this person is talking about my specific problem and he got the solution. Sometimes you need to make sure the customer realize that they have the problem and you are the solution to it. With the industry, the wording changes, but the system stays the same. For an emergency service, the offer might create around rapid availability or a guaranteed response window. For a roofer company, it could be a free inspection with photographic evidence and a clear written code. For a gym, it might be a structured introduction program instead of a simple advertising access to the facility. For a restaurant, it could be a specific event, menu, or limited promotion that gives people a reason to visit now. The offer should answer 3 questions. Why should customer act? Why should they act now? And why should they choose you instead of another local businesses? And you can answer the last question easily if you know your customer and you know their problem very well and speak their language. The customer may see 3 or 4 sponsored results, several map listing, or dozen of organic results. Your advert earns attention. Your offer earns the action. Before launching a campaign, look at your competitor. Not so you can copy them, but so you can understand what the customer is already seeing. If every competitor offers free code, saying free code will not differentiate you from them. If every competitor claims to be reliable and professional, those words will not make you memorable. You need to communicate something specific enough that the customer understands the advantage of contacting you. Once the offer is strong, you can put it on your website. To make a strong offer, you need to understand your customer language. That's the most important thing. Once they understand and they have been understood, you are already on the front step. But that is not all it. You need to also make them believe that you can deliver it. So you need to build trust. Building trust is really important. People do not judge local business based only on its adverts. They click on the advertisement and immediately begin looking for reason to trust or distrust the company. They may look at your Google reviews, the numbers of reviews you have, how recent those reviews are, the quality of your website, photos of your team and the previous work, your guarantee, how long have you been operating, and whether the business appear to be real and active. This is especially important when the service is expensive, disruptive, or performed inside someone's home. A home buyer is not simply buying a new roof, electrical repair, or kitchen renovation. They are inviting people onto their property, trusting them with major financial decisions. If the business has 6 reviews, no recognizable team, outdated website, and no evidence of previous work, the customer may hesitate, even when the advert is excellent. The click happened, but the trust required for the inquiry did not. Start by reviewing your business from the customer perspective. Search for your own company, look at the information that appears, then compare it to the businesses appearing around you. Ask, would I trust this company? Does it look like active? Can I see the proof of it works? Are there enough recent reviews? Can I understand who is behind this business? Does the company respond professionally to a negative review? Does the website matches the quality the company claimed to provide? You do not need hundreds of 5-star reviews before you can advertise, but you do need enough credibility to reduce the friction that the customer has. This can include customer testimonials, before and after images. That works the best if you are into landscaping or roofing or something renovation business. Before and after works best. Case study, relevant inquiries, photos, clear guarantee, service specific reviews, and evidence that you have solved similar problem before that they have. The goal is not to claim that you are trustworthy. It is to show enough evidence that the customer reaches that conclusion themselves. Once they trust the business, the next question is whether your website make taking action easy. Because a surprising number of local businesses pay to send traffic to page that never designed to convert it. A common mistake is sending every Google ad visitor to a homepage. The homepage might talk about the company history, list every service, and contain several different navigation options. That may be fine for someone casually reaching the business, but it is not always ideal for someone who search for a specific service and want a clear next step. If a customer search for roof repair, the page they land on should immediately confirm you provide roof repair. Your service is there. You service their area and understand their problem. You have proof that you can solve it, and there is a clear way to contact you. The message on the page should matches the search that brought the visitor there. If the advert talk about emergency boiler repair, but the customer land on generic home page converting plumbers, they have to work to find the relevant information. Every additional movement of confusion increases the chances that they leave. A strong landing page should make 5 things obvious: what service you provide, who it is for, why the customer should trust you, what make your offer different, and what action they should take next. That action might be calling the business, requesting for a quote, booking an inspection, scheduling a consultation call, or submitting their form. Do not overwhelm the visitor with several competing call to action. Make the next step clear. The page also need to work properly on mobile. Many local searches happen on phone, particularly when the problem is urgent. Check how quickly the page loads, whether the text is easy to read, phone number is visible, customer can tap to call, the form is simple, and the text is easy to read and it's not filled with words. You should also remove any unnecessary friction. If somebody wants a code, they probably do not need to complete a form with 15 required questions before they get to talk to your team. Collect the information you actually need and make starting the conversation easy. Google Ad can bring the right person to your page. The page then needs to continue the conversation started by the search and the advert. But even when everything appears to be working, there is one final foundation most businesses neglect. Without it, you may not know whether the campaign is profitable at all. A campaign generated 50 leads. Is that good? It is impossible to know without understanding what happened to those leads. How many were genuine and answered the phone, booked an appointment, and actually become our customer? How much revenue and profit did those customers generated? Many local business only track the number available inside the advertisement platform. They look at click, impressions, forms submitted, phone calls, and cost per lead. Those numbers are useful, but they do not tell the complete story. A campaign could generate cheap lead that never become a customer. Another campaign could generate fewer and more expensive lead that turn into highly profitable jobs. If you only look at cost per lead, you might increase the budget of the weaker campaign and switch off the stronger one. Before running Google Ad, decide how you will connect advertising activity to actual business outcome. At minimum, you should be able to identify which inquiry came from Google Ad, which campaign or service generated them, whether the lead was qualified, an appointment or quote was booked, and if that opportunity became a paying customer, and how much that customer end up paying. Call tracking can help you understand which advertisement generated phone call inquiries. Form tracking can show which campaign produced online leads, but the process should continue after the initial inquiry. Somebody needs to update whether the lead was qualified and whether the sale was completed. This could happen inside a CRM, a spreadsheet, or another structured system. The tool matters less than the consistency. Without this information, Google may optimize towards the easiest action to generate rather than the most valuable customer for your business. For example, it may generate a large number of inquiries of low value service, while your business would be more profitable generating fewer opportunity for higher value service. Tracking revenue allows you to make better decisions about which service to advertise, which area to target, a campaign which deserve more budget, which leads are actually valuable, and whether the advertisement campaign is profitable. The goal is not to generate the large number of leads. The goal is to generate the right customer at the cost your business can afford. Before spending money on Google Ad, make sure your team answer and follow up with inquiries quickly. Your offer gives customer a specific reason to choose you. Reviews and proof make the business look trustworthy. Website turns relevant visitor into inquiries. And your tracking shows which lead become profitable customer. These 5 areas work together. A strong advertisement cannot compensate for a weak offer. A strong offer cannot compensate for a business that never answers the phone. And a campaign cannot be improved properly when nobody knows which lead become customer. This is why increasing the advertisement budget is not always the right answer. More traffic will not automatically fix the conversion process. It may simply send more people through a system that is already losing them. Fix the system first, then use Google Ads to feed more opportunity into it. Working out which part of that system need to be fixed first is not always easy. The campaign might be generating the wrong lead. The offer might not be strong enough. The website may be losing people. Or the real problem may be happening after the inquiry reaches your team. So, if you run a local business and want help understanding where your current advertising and lead generation process is breaking down, you can book a free strategy call with our team using the link in the description. We will look at what you are currently doing, how your leads are being generated, and what happened after those leads arrive. Then we will help you identify the biggest gap, the changes that are likely to make the greatest difference, and what a profitable Google Ad strategy could look like for your business. Because Google Ads should not simply generate click. It should generate opportunity that your business can consistently turn into profitable customers. Fix these 5 foundations first, and every dollar you invest in advertisement will have a much better chance of producing a return. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.